Welcome to Farming Simulator 2017 with the Rude Man, and we are going to take a quick tour of a new map. And yes, this is a Stevie map. This is Pine Cove. Now I want to take a quick running tour of this, and by running I mean I'm actually going to be running. I have a mod on that makes me walk or run, if you will, very fast. And so it's going to be a walking tour. Well, we're going to take a look at this map here, and again, anybody that's watched me knows I've played a ton of Stevie maps. I don't know if anybody played any more Stevie maps than I have. I was playing at one time 6 different maps at one time, and over half of them were Stevie maps. So I want to take a look at this one. And first thing we want to do is take a look at the map and see where our farm is situated. So let's do so. Let's pull our map up, and here we are. So this map is situated right in the central east area. Now this is a Goldcrest modification, as you can tell from the outline area that it's Goldcrest. But Stevie's done an awful lot of work on this map. So let's take a look and see what he's got. First thing I'm going to do is take a quick look at the farm proper. And so let's do that. Well, we know where it's at. It's situated as far as the map goes. And over here, let's start over here. Well, no, let's not. Let's start behind the house. Over here. So you've got a little bit of a picnic area on this way. Now, this map is called Pine Cove. Why? Well, because it kind of sits on a cove. Let's take a quick look at that. You can't get much prettier than this for a farm. So this is Pine Cove. Isn't it gorgeous? All right, so let's pop up here, take a look, see what else we have on the farm. There's your hay loft right there, nice and convenient on the farm. This is the back of the farm here. Looks like there's a little swimming area there and a little garden all closed in. There's a pickup over there. It comes with quite a bit of equipment, it looks like, so you shouldn't have to worry about equipment when you first start. Little sidewalk, little play area for the kids. And there's some vehicles there. Let's take a look at this area over here where we've got lots of storage space for equipment. Okay, on the other side of the hayloft, we've got a nice drive-through barn, a covered area for your equipment. There's some fuel tanks over here. A little bit of detail here on the fuel tanks. The pump has a fairly nice dial on it there. So you got a nice place to stage your equipment and such. I like these barns like this that are open that you can drive through. If you've got your combines and you're towing a header, it's real easy to get in here and just park it under cover. I like that very much. You've got your own garage, it looks like here, where you can do upgrades to your equipment. That is pretty handy. All right, here you've got your seeds and fertilizer, nice and convenient. I like these that they're made so that you can just kind of drive by. That's always convenient. So you don't have to back in and try to get your seeds and stuff on a vehicle that maybe isn't that easy to back up. That's kind of nice. Let's see. Let's run over this way. And first thing we're going to do is run into an area where we're going to have cattle. And conveniently placed is a mixing station. I like this mixing station in particular because it's got a spout right here, so you don't have to use any kind of front end loader or anything like that. It's pretty nice. And look at the view the cattle have. Isn't that cool? Beautiful. Here's a silo area. Nice and convenient. You can drive right over it. You can feed animals here. And there's your liquid poo and your solid poo. Kind of nice that it's tucked away from the house. That's kind of convenient. It's your area for your straw, so you can put bedding in for your cattle. On the other end here is the milk. You can collect your milk right there in that milk tank. And there's a way to get to it right there. Those open up with a mouse click. That's kind of handy. And there's your milking stations there. Here's where your animals will kind of pasture out. That's kind of cool. Nice big area here. All right, let's take a look. There's a clamp. You can use that for your silage. And on the other end, we've got another animal area. Here's your pig farm. Lots of room here for getting around. And again, you've got place here for storing equipment. And over here, you've got another mixing station. And this one's for your pig food. And again, it's got a nice spout where you don't have to use a conveyor belt, or, and everybody knows how nasty those things are in 17. So you don't have to use a conveyor belt or a front end loader. There's the feeding area for the pigs. And you've got a nice way to get around the animals here. Easy peasy. And when it comes to feeding, this is your area where you'd put the straw in for their bedding. And again, more covered storage for equipment. And on this side, we end up with the sheep farm. And again, it's all paved. You can get through here. Easy way to get into the pasture. And here, kind of nice. I love the way those squeak. So you can feed and water them here and take care of your animals. And then you have a nice paved area to get down to your field. Now, the fields that you have, now that we're done with the farm proper, it's kind of nice to have all the animals right there on the farm. That's convenient. So that's pretty much the farm proper right there. Let's take a look at the map and see what we actually own when we start the map. So again, we're going to we've looked at the whole farm here. Really good sized fields all around. I like a farm that has pretty good sized fields, and this is what you have here. Now, the field that you actually own to start up with is up here at 5. So it's a little bit small, but hey, you know, you got to work for everything that you earn. So 5 is ready to go, and if we head that way, we're going to cross this field right here, and it looks like we've already got a combine and a tractor all set and ready to go for harvest. So this is the farm field that you have. Now here, interestingly enough, if you look at the map again, look at the size of 5. It looks like one of the smaller size fields in the game, but actually, if you actually jump physically onto the field, you'll notice it's not as small as it looks. It's actually a pretty good size field. So looks can be deceiving when it comes to maps like this. If you notice, this is a very large field, even though it's one of the smaller ones around. So you get to start off with at least a decent sized field, and you work your way up to some of the bigger fields. So let's see, where should we start? Let's just kind of circle the area and see what we can see. How about that? And then when that's all said and done, we'll take a look at the train system. The train system is central pretty much, although he has moved it down further south than it was on the vanilla map. So let's just head on down. Let's head on down to the southern part of the map. On the other side of the farm, the farm kind of sits up on higher ground. That's kind of nice. Well, not that you have to look down on everybody else, but it's kind of nice that it's high up like that. So you have a very nice, oh, look at your mailboxes here. You got a very nice advertisement here for your farm. Established in 1894, elevation 3,016 feet. So there you go. You sit up a little bit higher. We're going to cross this. And again, this is the back end of the farm over here. And there's the cove back there. Thus, the name of the map, Pine Cove. And we're going to run up this way. Let me pull that little mini map up so we can see which way we're going. This is kind of the edge of the map here. And notice how big the fields are. It's kind of nice. They are huge. So we're just going to kind of run around the edges here, and we'll work our way into town and take a look at some of the things that Stevie has added to this map to make it fun to play. This is one of, I think, 2 vegetable type farms. So it's got a big open area. If you need to add some placeables in here, you got plenty of room to do that. It's always nice. And got a little bit of a farmhouse here. I don't know if this is a business house or a farmhouse. I'm sure there's somebody here that takes care of this little farm. I'm going to consider it the vegetable farm. Let's see what we've got. We've got the ability to make seeds. And the seeds, I believe, take liquid fertilizer and seeds to make the seeds. We've seen that Seed Master before. Got a couple of areas here for things. You've got the vegetable farm. It takes, of course, manure and compost and water. And this one does also compost, manure, and water. Take a look at what we've got. Put the HUD on here, and we've got here, does it say cauliflower? All right, so we've got cauliflower, and it looks like it makes it into pallets. Yes, it does, right there. So this is interesting here, the way he's got these situated. These things, as they grow their crops, come down this belt here until they get to the cell point. So they're going to meet here in the middle. That's kind of interesting. And this one, I think we have maybe lettuce. Yes, this is lettuce. So we've got those 2 fruits here. That's kind of nice. All right, and then over here, it looks like we've got another silo area. And we've got a manure pile. I'm thinking maybe you can stock your manure there. I don't know for sure. I haven't actually played the map yet. I'm just doing a cursory look, so it's not an intense in detail type of a tour. I'm calling it a walking tour just to get an idea of what is on the map. And I'm probably going to go play this for a little bit after we're done with this tour. And I'll at least put 2 or 3 videos a week on it, maybe for a while. I got a lot of people wanting me to look at this map, and that's what I'm doing. So I just want to do a cursory tour through for you to see what it's all about. This is the area where you sell your animals when you get them all fattened up. So you just pull right in here and sell your animals, back it in right there. Pretty convenient. Let's carry on down the hill here. Now, if you're familiar with Goldcrest, then you pretty much know where you're at now. And I know a lot of people have been complaining about the fact that Goldcrest has been remade over and over and over, and it has. And, you know, you can look at that in a negative way, or you can look at it in a positive way. I kind of look at it, if there's enough stuff on the map that make it fun to play, the positive thing is you know where everything's at. You don't have to run around and say, oh, gosh, I don't know where this is, I don't know where that is. I know exactly where I'm at, even though the fields are maybe a different size and shape, and maybe some of the buildings have been moved or replaced or added to, subtracted from, and that makes it kind of like you're still at home, if you will. You're familiar with everything. I'm just going to say, like I said before, I'm just going to kind of run around the exterior of the map and take a look at where everything's at. All right, and here we have another silo area, another little farmhouse. This is Fenway Farm. So there's a silo area. We've got another seed machine here that's kind of convenient for reseeding the fields. Got covered areas for your equipment. That's kind of cool. Always convenient. And we're going to run up here. Now notice the fields are different. I mean, 12 on the vanilla map is way up north. Well, kind of central north. But look at the size of the fields. That's kind of cool. I like big fields, I cannot lie. And I've always been one for, go big or go home. That's I've always been kind of that way. So, looking at the map again, we came down the south side. Let's take a quick spin through town, which hasn't changed all that much. So, Let's take just a cursory look around town. It looks like things are pretty much the same. And again, some buildings have been taken out, some buildings have been added. But mostly the town is the same as it always was. There's the the spinnery. Now there was something I saw on the map just a second ago. The spinnery, the bakery, the fuel sales. Okay, let's take a look at that. That's a little bit different. And where is that? Fuel sales. Looks like it's ahead right here. Right there. That's what I was looking for, right there. It looks like we're going to have a refinery here, and this is a place where we can actually sell the fuel that we possibly could make if we take advantage of that. So, and that's kind of convenient. It's at a fuel station. Where else would you sell fuel, right? Okay, another quick look at the map. Again, I'm going to kind of avoid the center of the map because I'm going to use the trains to take a look at that. And now look at 13 that we just went through, clear in the southeast, or southwest, I'm sorry. On the map, it looks like it's long and skinny, but you saw how big that field was. So let's run up again. We'll just run up through the town here. See if anybody will talk to us. Nobody? Nothing to say? Come on, zombies. Nothing? Nothing to say? You want to talk? Say hello? Hi. How are you? There, somebody said hi. I thought that was just going to be ignored there for a while. Let's run up again to the full west side. And again, a lot of this town is similar to what it was. If anybody's played some of Stevie's map in recent times, you'll know that he puts a lot of stuff into his maps, puts a lot of work into it. He puts a lot of things on it that you can do and take advantage of on the farm. But one of the things he's been doing in recent past, in 2015, is putting in areas like this. And it's no different on this map. This is an area for things that you might want to add to the map yourself to make it personalized, like maybe put an additional refinery, maybe a compost machine, maybe a car wash, some other placeables that are available in mods, in placeable mods. So you've got plenty of room to personalize this map and to put things in like those kinds of things. Maybe you want extra storage, that kind of thing. And if you kind of look at the map, and we're going to see this as the tour continues. If you look right below where I'm at on the map is that area that we just looked at. Let me turn around. Right there. And if you look at the map, there's several of those areas around. There's one just north of where we're at now. There's one way north. And so there's plenty of places just like this that you can personalize the map and put your own placeables in. And Stevie's been doing that quite a little bit in last year and in 2015, and he's continuing it on in 2017. All right, so now we're going to get into an area that I'm a little bit not familiar with, and anybody that's watched my videos know I don't do a lot of logging, but there's lots of logging to do on this map, and we're going to take a look at that. So we've got an area here where the train stops, and you're familiar with this in the vanilla map. It looks like we've got a sale point right here at this area. But again, even though there's stuff right here that you can do, we've got another area where you can add your own personal touch to it and put some items in, some placeable items. Matter of fact, if you wanted to, there's enough placeable items in a place this size that you could put a second farm. Maybe put your own placeable vegetable farms in there. Pretty much anything you want. Now, we're getting into the part where I said I wasn't real familiar with, and that's the logging. I don't do a lot of logging, but let's take a look at what we've got here to do. So the train comes through here, and you can work with that right here with the cranes and the lumber. You guys probably know better than I as far as the logging goes, what you can do. And again, there's lots of room here, a lot of staging area, if you will. But let's look and see what else he's added here. Machines. We've got machines here. Let's go over and take a look at this. I've got the HUD up and see what we have here. Okay, here we have board pallets. And it takes fuel, takes logs, and your products are wood chips and pallets. So if you're lumberjacking and you want to do something more than just cut trees down and sell them, there's a machine here you can use and have a little fun with. What else have we got? Well, we got Taffy's tables over here. What is that? Let's take a look. Here, with logs, you can produce tables, and gives you something else to do with your well-earned logs and logging industry. Over here, we've got Bill's barrels. You can make handcrafted barrels. Again, it takes logs, and you can make barrels. Something else you can do. So there's lots of stuff to do. We've got fuel tanks over here. Let's see. Here's the rest of the railroad area right here. So there's a lot of stuff to do if you're into logging. Let's run on further here on the map. And it looks like this whole upper area up here is for logging. We've got a little bit of a stop here for the train. Let's take a run up through here and see what we look like. It's a lot of trees up here. You got a lot of space for logging. Wow, goes way up in here. Lots of trees. Yet you got a lot of area up here. Whee! Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. And I'm not even a logger. And it still looks like a lot of fun to me. I might try it. I might have to try it. But you see there's a lot of places to log up here. Let's run back on down here. Let's head back down to the road. Whee! All right. So all of that up there, take again a look at the map, and you'll notice that I'm not even halfway across that area. So there is a lot of logging up there. And there's some fields way up north. I'm going to head up that way. This right now, another place that the train stops here. And again, we're going to take a look at that before we go. So let's just run up this way and see what we have up here. What is this? This is what? A mill pond. Okay, so it's more part of the logging. And let's head back there. I don't want to swim. I don't like getting wet. Oh, picnic table. Cool. Let's run back up the road. Now again, if you remember, this used to be BGA area, but it's not now. Things have moved. But a little bit more train area up here. If you notice that little pause in the video, I have a mod on here that automatically saves the game every 5 minutes or so, and you're going to see a little bit of lag. Now here's the back end of that mill pond. So again, you guys probably know more about the lumberjacking than I do, but evidently you can use this pond for selling, I think. I don't know. Little moped up there, take it for a spin. But there's quite a bit of stuff to do up here. What do we have here? Okay, selling point for wood. So there you go. There's another selling point to sell your lumber. Here's another big field, and right behind here is another area that you can use to personalize your very own Stevie map right here. I always liked that about Stevie Maps, that he always left an area where you could put your own little touch to it. All right, running through the corn. I'm jumping up to see where I'm going. Let's take a look at the map, make sure we're not missing anything. There's a grain elevator just southwest of us. Let's go see what Ruffles is. I think that was just a little bitty farm up there, but I can't remember. Here we go. So that's somebody's little farm here, and again you have another silo. And this is Ruffles. Ruffles have ridges. Pick up some slurry here, I guess. Although I don't know where the slurry comes from. Maybe it's a storage area for slurry. I don't know. Like I say, I haven't really played the game. This is just a cursory look. All right. And again, we're at the corner. Let's run down a little bit. And what I want to do now is take a look at the center of the map. I know we've missed some things. So let's go find out what we've missed. Let me just run back down towards the farm through the sunflower seeds. Aren't they pretty? All right, we're back at the farm. And let's just kind of go towards the center of the map and see what some of the stuff that we may have missed. Let's just run up this area. All right, so we've got another little farmhouse here. It's kind of nice to see that the map is populated by other people. Some nice, very nice little farms here. Okay, there's Pine Cove Storage. I believe that's another sell point. I think. Looks like it is right there. All right. Okay. Let's run down and see what we're missing here. And I tell you what I'm going to do. There's some places that... Oh. I wonder if we own that. I wonder if we do. Let me take a look and see what we own. Let me go to the garage. Now, I haven't done anything with the equipment. This is the equipment that comes on the map. But I'm curious to see if we have... Yes, there is. There is a wind machine, an energy converter. I don't know if that's it right there, but it probably is. So that is something we probably own and can make a little income with. Let's see. Where is the train depot? Let's take a look. See if we can find that. Back end of the houses there. Okay. Let's head in here. I think it's in here. There is another. I think that's a sell point there. I'm not sure. Yep. It looks like it is. All right. So let's head down here to the train station. Again, he's added some farmhouses in here just to make it look like it's a nice populated community. That's kind of nice. This is the train depot. Let's jump on a train and take it around and see what we've missed in the inside of the map here. Alrighty, let's take a look. Now, if you notice, he's added a little bit of work area there for the fields and a little staging area, which is kind of nice by the train depot. Let's take a little train ride. Now, the train, as usual, runs two ways, big circles around the center of the map. And if we see something interesting, we'll try to take a look. Right here is something that's interesting. It's another place where you can do vegetables. So let's take off here and take a look at that. And it looks like we have pumpkins, okay? And we have, is that tomatoes? Yes, looks like tomatoes. So we have another area that you can make vegetables at, make a little bit of money. Nice little farmhouse or two here. And over here we have watermelons. And here we have more watermelons. That'll be nice in the summertime. Have some decent watermelons. So that's cool. Let's continue on. When I first looked at this map, I didn't think there was all that much to it, because I just took a cursory look at the map. But as you see, as we actually travel through the map, there's quite a bit to it. I mean, I'm almost 30 minutes into this, and we still haven't seen the whole map. So, and that's why I decided to make a little train trip to finish it out, so we can take a leisurely trip around. Now, we did see this already, so, but we're going to go around here just to show you. It's nice to take a little bit of a trip on the old train. And I wanted you to see that everything's functional. So I'm going to speed this on a little bit. And I know there are some other changes to the map that are on the other rail line. Okay, here's another thing that he added right there. Whoa, 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 train. This thing does not stop on a dime, I'll tell you that. We saw this in one of in another one of Stevie's maps. This sell point right here that's been added. It's close to the railroad tracks. It looks like you've got some fertilizer and straw and hay and more fertilizer over here and a sell point area here. This is Jeeb's Merchants, and we saw that again in another Stevie map earlier this year, or late last year, I guess, whenever 17 came out. Let's continue on with the train. I'll try not to go so fast so I can stop a little bit easier. There we go. Play with the horn a little bit. Okay, here's another little train stop here. Wave to the people as you go by. I'm going to start slowing down now or I'll never make it. All right, I'm going to do something dangerous here. I'm going to jump out. I think it'll stop sometime. All right, let's take this this track around and see what we see here that's new. You're probably asking, well, you know, there was a BGA station up here. Where did it go? Well, I'll show you. We're going to go around here and we'll take a look at it. It's still here. It's just been moved to a new location. I'm afraid to go too fast. If I see something interesting, I won't be able to stop. It'd be kind of fun to run a train, but I bet you it's a little bit harder work than you think it might be. Good old train ride's relaxing, isn't it? All right, and we saw this earlier, right here, this sell point. We came by here on our walking tour. This is Pine Cove Storage. And as you can see, you can sell stuff here. And again, there's some very nice little farmhouses along the railroad track. This is where we jumped off, so we're going to continue on the track from here and take a closer look at what might be on the map that we missed in the center of the area. Now you're going to see a little bit of a change already. If you notice, the train has been extended. It goes down further. It goes all the way down to the freeway here. And again, there's another little spot here where you can personalize the map if you like. And it's right close to the freeway into town. But here's your BGA that you were wondering about. Let's go take a look. Kick my speed boots on. And this is how it's situated. Come in right here. Dump your load. You got liquid fertilizer, always required. Got a little bit of industry going on here. all the way down to the end. And we've got some area here for some manure, it looks like, and liquid manure. What else do we have around here? A place for some equipment if you need to store equipment. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 clamps, it looks like, for making silage. Not altogether sure what we've got going here. Well, let's put our HUD up and take a look. There seems to be a terminal here. All right, we have, oh, okay, here we go. Digistate, fuel, liquid fertilizer, and so we're making liquid fertilizer and liquid fertilizer, it looks like. So where do we get the digistate? It must be a byproduct of something else that we make. Again, I haven't actually played the map or done anything on it. I know that if you remember, we went up to the gas station up there in town, and there was a way to sell fuel. So I'm assuming that we can actually make the fuel here. So on most of these things, it takes canola to make fuel, but I'm not entirely sure what this takes. But it looks like a way to make fuel. So it's right here at the biogas plant. Convenient, huh? And again, once we start playing this map, we'll figure all this stuff out. The logistics of it. Let's continue on. As far as BGA plants go, that one's pretty nice. Pretty big too, actually. And then here we have a composter. One of the things I like about this composter, you don't have to have a conveyor belt or a front end loader. That is so awesome. On Farming Simulator, Pine Cove composting. On 17, a lot of the composters, the placeables, you have to have a front end loader or a conveyor belt. It looks like, what do we have here? This is compost, and it bags the compost for you. And this must be a sell point for those bags. So you put your compost in here, it makes it into bags and sells it right there. So you have more than one way to sell compost. There's your compost machine. You put your diesel in there. You put your composting material, which is usually straw or some other material, and then it's dumped in here, and it's picked up over here. And you can do whatever you want with it from there. All right, let's head back on. I think we're just about done. There's not too awful much left to see. I don't think I missed too much. If I did, when we start playing this map, we'll see. Okay, this looks like some kind of a tree farm here. That I'm not sure about. Again, I don't do any of the logging, but that looks interesting. Well, where did I jump off? Goodness. So, is this just set up? I don't see any kind of machine or anything, but it looks like it's set up to grow poplars. Cool. Look, there's a gold nugget. Hey, we can pick up our first gold nugget. Look at that. Anyway, it looks like you can plant poplars there and grow them. A little bit of a tree farm, if you will. And I'm not entirely sure what that is. And we're back over there. There is the pumpkin farm and watermelon farm that we saw earlier. We're about done. We're heading into the depot here, and I'll probably end the tour here. If I missed anything, I'll apologize now. Again, I haven't taken a real intense look at the farm. It was only meant to be a running tour, a walking tour, if you will. But all in all, it looks like a pretty fun farm to play. I hope you had fun. If you did, come on and head to Stevie's Facebook page and download this map. And I'll put a link below for you if you're interested in doing that. I want to thank you for joining me on this tour, and I'll see you on the farm in the next episode. Happy farming.